How are you?
I'm good.
Good. How old are you?
I'm 33.
All right. So, can you guys hear her on YouTube? Not the crossover, I know. So, why did you start following me?
I started following you because my ex-boyfriend was actually following you, and he told me that you give good advice, and I started following you through him.
Okay. Um, why is he your ex?
Uh, we broke up because it was long distance, and um, I guess he's considered a high value man,
He was or he
and
is?
there was a lot of options and just a lot of different things. Didn't work out.
Okay. How long ago was that?
Um, it ended last year, so I've been
You
single
have,
for a year now.
do you have any kids?
No kids. I work in the federal government for 13 years. I make six figures.
You do? Wait a minute. You make six figures
Yes, I do.
and you can't find a man?
No.
What's the issue? What do you think
Uh,
the issue is?
I don't know. I've always wanted to talk to you.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to get my technology to work over here, but I'll do it while we're going. What do you think the issue is?
Um, I think I go for the wrong type of men.
What kind of guys are you going for?
Like
Hold on, YouTube.
previously in my 20s, like, I just feel like I date like either men who are unavailable or, I don't know. I really don't know, to be honest. I just moved to Miami, which the dating scene is worse.
Well, yeah, Miami. So YouTube said they can't see you, but that's okay. There's something wrong with this cord, so we're gonna try to figure this out. Okay. Why are you in Miami?
I just moved here because I wanted to be somewhere warm. I'm working from home because of COVID, the federal.
Yeah, but
So,
is Miami a relationship kind of city?
I don't know. Starting to realize it's not, but I mean, there's still locals that live around here.
You're
Um,
starting to realize it's not?
yeah.
Come on, mom. Really?
I mean, honestly, I just wanted to be somewhere warm. It's not because anything of I actually don't like Miami like that. I'm just originally from Australia and I really wanted to like be living near a beach. Um, but I am realizing that it is a very like younger environment and dating is worse here.
Right. So why don't you leave Miami?
I am. But I
Where
wanted
are you
to
gonna
talk
go
to you
to?
because I don't
Where are
know
you
where
gonna
to
go
move.
to?
I don't know where to move to and like I don't know why I'm still single and I'm 33. I have no kids. I have a bachelor's degree.
You
I
don't
come
know
from
why you're still single. You're 30. What do you do for a living?
I told you I work for the federal government for
Federal
FD.
government. Okay. All right. All
You're
right.
not listening to
No,
me.
I'm listening, but trust me, I got 15 things going on at one time, so you're good. Uh, but when you asked your ex, what was it like being with you? What did he say? Dating you
um
is what?
he said that like I'm too controlling because Instagram, like he would like photos of other girls and then we would get into a fight about that. So
You would get upset
I
because
don't
of
know.
stuff that he was doing on Instagram.
Yeah.
Why did you know?
Because I would see it.
How?
What do you
How?
mean how? It's on what do you mean? I
How?
follow him
It's
on
on his
Instagram.
phone. Right, but why are you okay? So you went looking at his Instagram. Why?
Because we're in a relationship.
Now, what does that mean?
That
You're in a
means that I can
relationship. You're in a relationship. Fine.
I think transparency is really important and I think that like if you express to
You
someone
think
that
what's really important?
transparency.
Transparency. That's bullshit. It's not transparency. You're nosy. Did he have access to your Instagram?
I mean, he can see whatever I do. I don't do anything on it.
So if you hadn't seen his Instagram, would you guys still be together?
Um, I don't know. I don't know.
You
A lot
don't
of, I
know.
mean, we were long distance. Long distance is hard.
That's not what I asked. I said, if you hadn't seen his Instagram, would you still be together? Hold on just a second. I got to grab something. So I want you to think about that. If you hadn't seen his Instagram, would you still be together? Yeah, this is the janky broadcast, people. We're going to have to get through it, though. Where's that other damn cable? There it is. You can answer the question. I can hear you. If you hadn't seen his Instagram, would you still be together?
It caused a lot of fights, so possibly.
Possibly?
I mean, there's just more to it. Like, it's not just that.
Well, my thing, okay, so you guys are long distance and you would check his Instagram. You didn't have to check his Instagram though, right?
I mean, I would see something, like, it's not like I checked it. Like, it would come up and then I would see it.
Right, but my point is, okay, so, all right, here's a school of thought. If you didn't go looking for stuff, would you find it?
No, I understand that. I think that is my problem. Why
Do
I'm
you?
single, because I think you're right. I think I try, like, I find something wrong and then I'll like quickly cut it off.
Right, so what man can do anything about that? If you go looking for a problem, you're going to find one.
Yeah, but I feel like there's like basic.
And if
like,
there's not one there,
yeah, but there's like
if there's
basic.
not one there, you'll make one.
Yeah, but there's like basic things of respect. Like, you don't like an ex's photo that you've slept with when you're in a relationship. Like, there's just basic things that you don't do.
What is that? No. You tell me what that means, though.
What do you mean?
He liked an ex's photo.
What do you mean? It sends the wrong message to that person.
No, that's what it says to you.
I think all women take that.
No, we're talking about you. We're talking about you and your ability. So you can only control, you ascribe meaning to something. What did it mean that he liked an ex's photo?
It means that you're sending a message to her.
That's not what it meant. That's what you say it meant. Is that ex in the same city? Does that ex have another man? What difference does it make? So if he had an ex who was a movie star or a singer, he couldn't go watch their movies. He couldn't go listen to their music.
But
He's got to write them off.
But that's not the case.
But that's not. Well, first off, you're not his wife. So him liking something. Do you want somebody to control you that tight? Did he cheat on you?
I don't think so.
So what the fuck's the point? You tank a relationship because he liked the photograph of an ex of his.
I mean, like I said, there's more to it, but yeah, I think that when you express something to your partner, like, hey, this bothers me, then they should respect that, or they should not do it again. If you're like, this is something that is a deal breaker for me, or this is something that bothers me.
No, they should leave you. They should leave you. They should leave you. They should leave you because that's too damn controlling. Nobody has to put up with that. It's a grown damn man. He liked the photograph. It's a click of a button.
But it's like,
look.
No, but hold on. But it's like a picture of like a girl in a bikini and like.
So he likes titties.
Her
he
body.
likes boobs. So what?
And
why
he knows
are you so insecure? Why are you so insecure?
But what if you know that person still likes you? Why would you do that?
So what? Why are you so insecure?
I just feel like it's just a respect factor. And
okay, well, you can, hey ma'am, you can be right. How about that? You're right. You're right. It's disrespectful. He liked the photograph of a woman he used to kick it with.
Multiple times.
So what? Does it feel better to be alone and right?
Honestly, I think the right person will come along, like that.
No,
respect.
no. See, that's what I always find interesting with you ladies. Is you never look at your behavior. You always want to put it off to someone else, and then you think in the future the right person will come along. Who was that? The person that would do what you tell them?
No, the person that will respect you if you tell them that this bothers me, and then like they'll understand
But
how
why does
you
it
feel or
bother
put the
you? But okay, it bothers you. But man, it's not like he was bringing it to the house. You went looking for it.
I don't know. I think if you tell somebody,
No,
hey,
no,
this
no, no, no.
bothers
I need
me,
to,
and then
ma'am. I
they
know how
say, okay,
Instagram.
it
I know how
won't happen.
Instagram. No, listen. I know how Instagram works. On his Instagram, it doesn't tell you he liked a picture on another feed. You sound crazy.
I'm laughing because I understand what you're saying, but I'm telling you that if you
No,
tell,
no, I need you to stop. I need you to stop trying to be right. See, imagine if you lived in this world. See, imagine if you lived in the same world where your boyfriend, you didn't stalk his Instagram. You just happened to have a fucking life and we're secure. And you didn't go check what he did or did not do anywhere else. Okay? Just I know, no crazy world. You just didn't. Then you wouldn't know about it. And if you didn't know about it, you wouldn't have any kind of feelings about it. Then you wouldn't have to do anything about it. Then when you talk to him, you guys could talk about, other stuff other than things you went looking for. Because, ma'am, this is a pattern of behavior. You'll find problems. And here's the thing, man, you'll be right. And there'll be plenty of women that'll be like, that's right, he shouldn't have liked an ex's photograph. But they're not going to ask you, how did you know?
okay, so can I ask you a question? If that is like just small, don't you think that later on it can turn into something bigger? If you just ignore something like that.
No. You're catastrophizing, like most loner women. I'll stop it now. You know what happens? It's one thing that turned into you being single. And if you can't get, and I want you to understand something. As a woman who lives in Miami, you make over 6 figures, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're 33,
Mm-hmm.
man, if you can't deal with your boyfriend liking a picture of an ex, you're not equipped to deal with life. Real shit happens in life. Babies die, diseases, deaths, real shit.
No, I had a really, really, really rough childhood.
I don't, but okay, but that's not what we're here for. We're talking about real stuff happens in life
In
and
marriages.
with somebody. And in order to have a life worth living, you gotta get over some shit.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure if that's the reason why I'm single because of that aspect, or is it like because maybe because my dad passed away when I was 3 and I didn't have a father figure. Um, but I don't know. But I am on this live because I am like willing to hear your advice and be
Well,
vulnerable.
if you have to interview your exes, what is it like to? Well, if they would say being with you is blank. Fill in the blank.
I think they did feel like I was controlling. They said I was sensitive.
Right.
Um,
Who wants? So who wants to? So is it a pleasure to be with you?
like we still have really good time
No, 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 no. I asked a specific question. Let me give you a different. Is it peaceful to be with you?
at times. I
No,
would
no, not at times, ma'am. Not at times. Is it peaceful to be around somebody who is controlling and overly sensitive?
no.
Then there you are. Would you like to work for someone who was controlling and overly sensitive and then have your future and your income attached to that person?
Yeah.
You would?
No, I'm saying yeah, I see what you're saying.
Interview your exes.
I've never
Because, well, I mean, I need you to. Okay, so you told him that he looked at the photograph, but what did you do? I mean, because we heard about what he did. What did you do that was wrong?
That's what I like. I called him out on that, and then he said that I'm too
No,
controlling.
I got it. No, I got it. That's what no, you responded. What did you do to him? Not that incident. What did you do in the relationship that was bad?
Just the controlling part.
So give me an instance where he was upset with you with something you did.
He's upset with me when I'm controlling. I don't I like he gets upset when I'm controlling. That's what we fight
But
about.
you're controlling in reaction to something he did.
Correct.
That still makes you the victim. Show me where you're the aggressor, where you're the one that initiates it.
I mean, typically it's always like a response to.
See, you can't make it up, people. Man, you did exactly. You walked right into the trap. So everything is fine. You're perfect. You just react to what's done to you.
No, no, no. I'm
I
telling you,
get it.
like
I know
my
that's not the truth, but
overreaction
I'm
and my.
asking you to be. No, no, no. I'm asking you to be self-aware enough to know what your faults are. It's Thursday and things are going just fine. Then you do this or that, and something happens. Not you react, not you respond.
I'll be like, right. So I'll bring up something like, "Hey, why did you follow this girl on Instagram?"
But that's still you're responding to something he did. See what I'm trying to show you, man, is
Okay,
you're not even self-aware enough to know.
no, but I'm
Either you're
but
not
that's what
self-aware
our
or you're
issues
saying you
were.
don't
Like
do
I'm
anything.
literally
No.
no,
Either
I
you're,
do. I'm telling you, I'm overly controlling. That's a bad thing.
stop. But that doesn't give me an example of anything, man.
Okay.
See how you can keep
I don't
telling me
know.
examples of what he does? Tell me what you do that he doesn't initiate. He's just sitting there being himself. And why I'm doing this, folks, is because women are never asked to be self-aware. Women are never really asked to see what they do. It's always, well, I'm this way because this happened. I'm that way because my dad went. I'm this way.
No, I'm
Listen,
on.
listen, listen. I'm talking to you and I'm talking to the audience. What did you initiate? Or are you saying that you really never initiate anything? It's just you're responding.
Honestly, I'm literally. I also have a double psychology sociology degree, and I'm literally trying. What do I do that is wrong? And the only thing I
I
could
want you
think
to
of,
speak.
I react to something that he's already done. But I'm admitting that I'm overreacting. But I don't know when I would like just initiate out of nowhere. It's typically an overreaction to a response.
So if you use all that stuff you just told us you are, your double psychology and all that. If somebody was sitting in your chair saying, you know what, in relationships, I just react to what they do. I really don't initiate anything. Would you think that makes any
Okay.
sense?
I initiate by like looking on social media, I guess. Would that be?
No, no. Maybe just sometimes you're just a bitch without him doing anything. See,
No.
the way you've set this up, go back and listen to what I've asked. It's been very clear, and it's to the point to where it's like, well, whatever I do, it's a reaction to something else. I'm asking where you're the first domino. You're not responding to something, you're not responding to a stimuli. No, you were the stimulus.
I
And
wish
what
it
I
was.
want you to understand is you're 33 years old, man. You're 33 years old in any relationship, or you. This is guys. They don't. And I'm trying to show people that, ladies, y'all don't ever look at yourselves as being the instigator. You're always the victim.
I,
Is that practical? Is that logical? Good question, though, right?
I mean, I'm really trying to think this whole time, and I can't.
Well, but the thing is, you can't. But you can tell me what he does.
And I can tell you that I overreact wrong.
Say again.
I can tell you that I overreact to it,
Hmm.
and that's wrong.
But I got that. But I want to put a period there, and I want to start a new sentence. I want to start where you're the stimulus. How long were you with this person?
We were only together for like 6 months, I want to say,
Okay. But in 6 months,
or less. We even went through counseling.
what I want you to see is there's a male and a female, an A and a B. And the way this is set up right now is B is responsive to what A does. B doesn't initiate. That makes B the victim. But that's not how relationships go. It's tennis. You do something to him too. And here's the thing. Why don't you go ask him? Why don't you ask the exes? Because if you don't know, fair. You know, when we're together, what did I do? When was I the stimulus? Because if you don't know, I bet he does.
I asked him.
In the context of a relationship or in the context of when it's over?
No, all he said is you're too controlling.
But this is why you guys were together.
After we broke.
Okay. Well, ladies, I guess the ultimate point is you ladies need to understand what it's like to be with you. And I get it. You make money, you're educated, but this is why I tell women that none of that stuff matters to us. It matters how you show up in relationships. I asked you, is it peaceful being with you? No. Then what difference does it make that you have double majors in psychology and this and that and 6 figures and blah blah blah? What does any of that matter if you're not what men want? Peace. So you said you've been to therapy yourself?
Yeah, we went to couples therapy together. And
No. I said you have been to therapy yourself.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you understand? We all have issues. We all have issues. But do you understand your triggers?
No, I mean, I'm working with a life coach right now. But I
You
mean,
mentioned your
a lot
father.
of it is like
Your father. Did your father die or did your father leave?
yeah, he passed away when I was 31 from cancer, and I was 3.
Okay. So you have memories of him, but he didn't. Okay. Did your mother marry?
I was 3 years old. I don't have any memory.
Did your mother marry?
She got remarried to my stepdad, and he was not a good dad.
So if you had to say, this is my they did it right couple in public, who's your relational role model?
I would say like my aunt and uncle, but their relationship isn't that great, but we don't believe in divorce because we're like Christian Middle Eastern, and my family just stays married even the
So
bad.
I want you to listen to every time I ask you, okay, what about a public couple? I don't know your aunt, your uncle.
What would I say is a perfect public?
No, a public couple. I said they did it right. A public couple. I didn't mean your aunt and your uncle because I can't know them. Do you have a couple that you can point to say, they did it right. I like my relationship to be what I know of them.
Not really. I don't have anyone.
Okay. See, what you told me is all negative. And today so many women can tell you what they don't want, but you can't tell me what you do want. What is the model of they did it right? So right now, even this conversation, it's negative, it's dark. And any decisions made in fear, scarcity, and lack reside in anxiety and stress. And man or woman, you bring all that to a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't think relationships, or if you haven't seen relationships being good, you don't have anything to shoot for, it's all well, then how can anybody not fail with you?
Yeah. I'm working on that with my life coach. Like, that's exactly kind of what
Do you want children?
I do want children. That's something we talked about. Like I talked to my I should like freeze my eggs. I am well, I just turned 33 like
So, what's your longest relationship?
like a year, a
Was
year.
that were you guys living in the same geography?
No, long as well.
Okay, so shout out to the ladies in the folk group. You've never had a real relationship.
Most of my relationships were long distance from like
Along,
coast to west coast.
then they're not real. They're not real because you're not close enough to relate.
I mean, my sister got married from a long distance relationship.
Okay, you can be right, ma'am.
Like, but I do think that it's not for me, and I do need someone in the same state. That is something I.
Okay, we were doing good until this is modern woman. I don't care if your sister got married. Relationships imply you're close enough to relate. I had a history of doing long distance relationships too because I had issues with being consistent. I had to deal with that because long distance relationships are not normal. You just have to be on for a few days. But when Tuesday happens every month, so we get back here because you talk about what you want. You're in Miami, a place that's arguably fake, youth driven, not really a place for relationships. How do you expect to find suitable potential mates there?
I told you I was moving.
Good, good. Well, I would tell you this that um, it's not uncommon today that people do these short-term relationships, long-distance things, but it is a hell of a lot different being with somebody consistently. And the reason I'm stressing this is because you we spent a large part of our time talking about how you got upset over somebody liking a picture. How do you think you're going to interact trying to live with somebody 24/7? That's
Yeah,
too much.
I really believe in living with each other before marriage.
I
That's
don't.
not.
I mean, I didn't say live before marriage, man. I didn't put that in there.
But
I
I
just,
think when you're married, you put up with a not put up, but like you cope with a lot more because you have that marriage bond. So I think that like you work through problems a lot
man,
better
you
when
can't even cope with a picture being liked.
that's. Can I ask you where do you suggest like live or for me to move to since now I could live?
What do you care? What is your ethnicity or racial preference of a husband?
I mean, I usually African American men and Middle East.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'2",
Dress size?
2 or 4.
Um, Dallas, Atlanta. The competition is thick, but there are a lot of black men here. I wouldn't go to New York, LA, or Miami. Those are places I would not go.
I want
Um,
Dallas before I moved here.
Dallas, I would say Houston, but Houston is high in finesse. Shout out to Houston. I've been saying that for the longest. Um, yeah, and possibly, strangely enough, Charlotte is moving up the rankings, but I don't want to say Charlotte for sure. And then possibly DC.
I'm
Um, huh?
I'm from DC. I just moved there.
I said possibly. I'm saying Charlotte and DC is possible. I got to do more scouting there. But just from what I know, Dallas. Dallas would be a viable alternative.
I think
Huh?
I think you're right. That's what I was considering, and I just wanted your opinion on that.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Bye bye.